How to lose £30,000 in a month. Be a Tesla investor like me. So yeah, no beating around the bush or trying to get you to hold out until the end of the video to find out how my portfolio has fared this month. I'm down about 19% since the last update. And as I've just mentioned, that is just a little under £30,000. I do want to give a bit of my thoughts on how things are going, but first a couple of points on Tesla, the macro, and an experience I had this week. Now for the why. We had Tesla earnings, the middle of October now, which were overall a disappointment, to say the least, with Elon Musk continually blaming the macro for why people are not buying cars and they're not selling as many as they would like, therefore having to cut costs. He does have a point, but he's mentioned it on previous earning calls, and you just can't keep on with the same narrative. Move on, you've made the point, Elon. A positive, which was the energy business, which is growing and has greater margin than the auto business has right now. I think the energy business has somewhere in the region of 24% margins, which is further ahead than what people were expected at this point in the growth stage. The key worry though is the margins in the auto business, and have they bottomed or not this quarter? Well, in most recent weeks, they've actually, this is Tesla, increased the price on a broad range of the different models, be that the Model X, the Model Y and the Model 3. We've also seen good numbers coming out of China since the Model 3 Highland refresh, which I think we've probably met the bottom. Now we just need to see Tesla deliver in Q4 and hit that 1.8 million, hopefully, deliveries for the year that they're guided. In other news, in regards to the macro side of things, the Fed didn't raise rates, as I, among most others, expected. There is still talk of an additional hike in the near future, but I cannot see that in all honesty. I think it's just a scare tactic so everyone doesn't go out and celebrate that inflation's done, it's solved, and inadvertently end up causing inflation by getting ahead of themselves and spending more than they need to. I personally had my first and second experiences using a charging station away from my house. So I've got a Tesla official charger fitted to the side of my house, which I do all of my charging on because I get cheap rate overnight. But I went away for the weekend and needed to do a quick charge. The first experience was not that great. It was with a third-party vendor, and I know people are thinking, oh, you're a Tesla fanboy. Of course it was. You're not going to diss Tesla. But when I went to use it, the user interface on the actual charger wasn't as friendly as it could be. It was slow. There wasn't great 4G or 5G signal around the area, so navigating through the web pages to get to paying was a pain. I then plugged in, it went wrong, so I had to unplug, start again. That's not the experience you want to have if you are trying to have people adopt EVs over the next few years. I then, a day later, went back to trying to do a charge, but found an actual Tesla supercharger. And I was actually shocked as to how easy it was. It was literally plug in and it got to work charging. I didn't need to enter any details as it was already set up in my app. Now I know people could say, oh, yeah, but you could have downloaded the other app and set that up before you went. But when I got to the charging station, there was 2 or 3 different charging providers there. That means 2 or 3 different apps I'd need to set up. And I'm like, no, the Tesla app just has everything. It restored my faith, as I did question after my first encounter that this could be the reason why people don't adopt EVs over the next year, 2, 3, 5, 10 years, whatever it might be. Now, I want to move on to do a little bit of my thoughts and thinking, since, yes, when your portfolio does drop by, let's say, 30,000 a month, it does make you think. Investing isn't easy. I know it might look it for others that are billionaires, but it's not when you're starting out. By this point, I expected my portfolio to be around double the value of what it is now, if I'm being honest. It has been more of an emotional journey than I've expected. you think that when you zoom out and look at, for example, Microsoft stock price, Apple stock price, Tesla stock price, all of those, if you zoom out to a 5-10 year period, you think that it's just a straight line and it goes up like that. But actually, what I'm doing now is I'm experiencing the highs and lows of the journey. And I haven't sold any shares. I still fully believe in Tesla as a company, and I think they're going to produce more free cash flows in the next 2, 3, 4 years, and that's why I'm holding on to them. Hopefully that's not me being a bit of a Debbie Downer to end the episode with, or the update. And I do hope this update had a few different flavours to it, and it was helpful in you understanding how my feelings are and how my journey is actually going. If it has been, and you're interested in seeing how I get on over the next couple of months and years, then do like this video and subscribe to the channel for future updates. But until next time, stay safe.